Hi everyone, it's Jessica here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please know that I do videos twice a week on Sundays, which are all about motivation to get you ready for the week, and on Wednesday, which is all about fashion and lifestyle content for professional women out there. So if you don't want to miss any of the content and if you like what you see at the end of this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any content. Now, before we get into this video, I really want to know how you guys did this week. The ones of you who took on the challenge, I actually got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of you DM me on Instagram and some of you left comments below. I want to know how it went for you. Did you accomplish your challenge? Did you excel at work and in your life? I really would love to know your feedback, so don't forget to go back to that video, which I will also leave up here, the link. Go there and leave your comment, your feedback. I also left mine. You can go there and check it out if you want to see it. And hopefully you're ready for the new one for this week. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Now today's video, it's all about creating a morning routine to help us become a morning person. Now I know there is a little bit of controversy around this topic because we are different people with different biorhythms, and some people like to wake up late and do things later throughout the day, and then they accomplish most of their things late at night. And people who are night owls, they also say that works for them, and it's not right, the statement that morning people accomplish more in a day than night people do. And I must say, I will leave that conclusion up to you to decide. But there is something I do believe, and is that you must at least try both options to see which one works best for you. Now, I am a night owl and I struggle to wake up in the morning very early. I like to sleep in as much as I can, and then I rush to work. And I have to say that most of my creativity kicks in late at night, and I go late to bed and after accomplishing a lot of things. So I do feel like I can accomplish most of the things that I want to do throughout my day, but society forces me to wake up at a certain time every single day, which is what is messing up with me. Basically, I am, with my overall well-being, because if you go to bed very late, it's really hard to wake up early in the morning. That's why, after reading a lot of articles and researching about it, I decided to give it a try myself to see if I can make some changes in my routine and my lifestyle to help me actually still continuing achieving all of those things, but in a better, state, allowing myself to sleep enough hours throughout the night and not being tired the next day. So after reading many articles and books, I came across this one right here. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I don't have the physical book. I do have the audiobook, and I read that book, listened to that book a while ago. I think it was in summer last year, and it's called The Miracle Morning. And I decided to give it a try. I mean, the book, I must say, is a little bit intense in some areas. Like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like people who wants to preach and give you motivation about certain things, they can go a little bit wild in terms of perfection and motivation. And if you don't do it to that extreme, you're basically mediocre, and I don't believe in that. But I like it to have a little bit of a balance, to be honest. But I do got a lot of takeaways from that book, and one of them was this morning routine, and I decided to give it a try. So first, a disclaimer. I'm not talking about this topic from a preaching perspective, because I'm not an example whatsoever. I'm talking to you as a person who has really struggled with waking up early in the morning every day, and I really want to make a change for, to have a better well-being and a better lifestyle. And I decided to try something, but I'm not perfect at it, and honestly I struggle a lot still to create a habit. Creating a habit is a matter of discipline and a lot of consistency, and I have fell off the wagon many times. So I just want to share that with you, being pretty honest, and I'm just gonna share what this whole thing is all about, and then at the end of the video I will create a new challenge for you guys and also for me because I need it. So what is this whole morning routine all about? There are many thousands videos on YouTube about this subject, people sharing their morning routines, and they all seem to be super perfect and amazing, and some of them can inspire you, some of them make you feel frustrated because you're so far from that you're like, seriously, do these people always wake up at 5 a.m. and do their smoothies, their workouts, and at 9 a.m. they are already done with half of their day, well, half of their tasks? It really amazes me sometimes. I guess there are people out there who are like that. I'm so not. So I'm just gonna share what I have tried and what I saw had a very positive impact on my day, and what I think I want to continue doing. And this is my perspective. You can basically create your own particular and individual routine that works for you and that makes you happy. So what was mine about? Basically, it's all about, if you set up your alarm regularly at 7 a.m., let's say, you put it, this time you're just gonna start setting it up 1 hour earlier, so at 6. And at 6 a.m. when the alarm rings, you just basically jump out of your bed. No hesitation, no doubt, you just get out. That's it. First thing you do, wash your face, brush your teeth, and there you go. You just accomplished one thing in that morning, in the first 5 minutes after you're up. It gives you an accomplishment feeling because you already did something. Next thing you move on to, basically whatever you want. The best thing is to create or set up everything that you want to do during that first hour the night before, so that you already have a plan and you don't have to make a decision in the morning. It's already settled down and organized for you. So what I did is, basically in this hour, it's all about doing all those things that you always say you want to do but you never find the time to, and you never end up doing them, but you keep writing them on your New Year's resolutions, such as working out, doing some yoga, meditation, maybe reading some books, whatever you think you want to do, painting, anything. So what I wanted to do always was meditation, and I never seemed to find the time. And I always had this misconception that, you know, that whenever you meditate in the morning, I was just gonna fall right back asleep again after 10 minutes. So I didn't want to give it a try. And I did it in a different way this time. I woke up, I did what I told you, wash my face, brush my teeth, and I would heat up some water to have a glass of hot water with lemon, which I usually do anyways in my breakfast, but this time I decided to do a little bit of mindfulness and sit on my couch just drinking my hot tea and my hot water and really thinking on the moment and being present on that moment. And it just takes, 5-10 minutes. Then I would have my yoga mat laid down right next to my couch, which is where I usually do my yoga, and I leave it ready the night before so that I can do 15 minutes of morning yoga. No more. I mean, I didn't need more. It's just to get me started, And it really makes such a big difference because I stretch it out all my body, and that really woke me up. It really feels like, like awake, and I felt really, really good. And after that, I would do my 10 minutes meditation with an app that I have. Basically, you can just set a timer, and I use guided meditation because I am not so good at it myself. Like, I'm not a pro just yet, so I rather use some help. There are also videos on YouTube that you can use and just put them on the background and listen to the voice while they guide you through. And then once it's over, because you're listening to something, or you set up a timer if you don't want to use any app. And after that, I would just take on a book and do some reading for 15 minutes, maybe, depending on how I schedule that morning for me. And then I would move on to taking a shower, having breakfast, and preparing myself for the day. And I promise you, by the time I was at the office, I felt so accomplished and so happy. I had this joy inside me that I had already done so many things that I never experienced that feeling before, to be honest. And then I would get on with my day being pretty much awake, and I didn't need the coffee to wake me up, I didn't need a tea to wake me up. I was already very much awake by myself. And usually when I don't do that morning routine, when I get to the office, I'm still kind of like waking up, you know, in the process of I need to get into work mode slowly, because I'm not ready to kick off just right as soon as I arrive. And that really made a huge difference. I think also meditation sets your mindset for the day, because you're free from stress, you're totally in the moment. And I think the fact that you do so many things early in the morning before everybody else has even woken up, you feel very empowered to achieve and accomplish even more things. That was my experience when I tried it, and I really enjoyed it. And I must say that, you know, in the evening, by 11 o'clock, I was already falling asleep and super tired, and I felt very accomplished, and that really helped me to wake up early in the next day again. Whereas when I go to bed very late, I am always like kind of like dragging myself onto the next task, because I'm always tired, and I don't have the energy to keep me going. And that was the main reason why I wanted to change it. So this is the challenge for you guys. Do you want to give it a try? If you're already a morning person, there is still this new morning routine that you can do, because sometimes people are morning people but they don't have anything to do in the mornings. They just get ready for work and go early to work, and that's it. I encourage you to really do something that makes you feel accomplished before you even start with your work, whatever it is that day, or your daily task. I actually was doing this since I started reading this book in summer, and it was going very well, but then I got pregnant, and during my first trimester I was always tired. I had to sleep all the time, so obviously I didn't have the energy to wake up earlier in the morning to do anything. So I was just, you know, sleeping in until I had to really get up and rush to work. And then I tried again, and it was working, but then when you start working until late at night, it's really hard to wake up in the morning the next day. I realized that the thing that wasn't preventing me from sticking to my new habit was the fact that I wasn't disciplined about my time to go to bed every night. And obviously that completely impacts the time that I wake up the next day. I encourage you to read this book if you want to give it a try. It was really, at least it's interesting to see another way of doing things and giving them a try and see if that works for you or not. I'm just gonna challenge you guys to do this with me next week. Let me know if you're in for it. I'm gonna be doing it every single day of the week, and I think doing this video also helps me to stay accountable and actually do more of an effort when I'm waking up and opening my eye and thinking, oh, I just want to sleep 5 more minutes. So I will bear that in mind, and as always, just leave you my feedback down below this video, and I hope you guys do the same. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you really like this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to come back and see me next Wednesday. I wish you all an amazing week, and I hope to see you in my next one.